graphics guy here. Now this is the PS5 Slim, the PlayStation 5 Slim, and I picked it up because it is significantly slimmer than its predecessor. Now my goal is to position this behind my wall-mounted TV, and I'm going to show you back there so you can kind of see what it looks like. A few things I'm going to do. Now you can get mounting brackets, wall mount brackets for your PS5 Slim, but because of this configuration here, I don't really have a place to put it, so I'm going to try to hide it behind the TV. A few things I'm going to do first is I've got my cables. I got my HDMI cable, and then I've got my USB-C cable. I will keep the USB-C cable connected to the PS5 Slim in the event that I need to pull it out, physically tether the controller, you know, the controller loses synchronization or whatever, and I can't power the unit on and off with the controller. I'll have this as a convenient way to just slide this cable out and hopefully not have to remove the PS5 Slim. And then I've got the power cable. So what I'm going to do first is go to my HDMI port, or if you're across the pond, you may call it HDMI. I'm going to plug this into my available HDMI port. And then these two cables, the power cable and the HDMI cable, I'll bring over this way. That's the side I'm going to put the PS5 on. Just going to kind of leave that there for a second. Okay, so now I've got my HDMI cable and my power cable behind the back of the TV over to this side so I can connect my PS5. Paying attention to the power and the HDMI being on the bottom. So when I stick it in, I'm going to stick it in like this. I'm going to go ahead and plug my USB-C into the front, which will be on the top. That way if I need a physical tether for my controller, I can slide this cable out and tether it. But the power button's also going to be facing me. Should I need to push the physical power button, I get up on my ladder and do that. The first thing I'll do is plug in the HDMI. Okay, HDMI is plugged in, and then the power. And I'm gently going to position this. It worked. So the way this TV's set up and the way I've got it tilted, and you'll be able to see the close-up over here, but I've got it to where I didn't have to use a mounting bracket. It just sat on the back of the Vizio TV. There's a little, I don't want to call it a shelf, but it's a part that sticks out. So I rested it on that, but even though the PS5 Slim is slim, it's still fat enough to where it can't fall through that gap. So I'm not attaching it. Obviously, if you wanted to be safe, you would probably want to put, attach it or maybe get a shelf. I've linked a PS5 mounting shelf. Expand this video's description and click the link there and you can find that. But for my use case, it's hidden, it's out of sight, but I'll be able to turn it on and off with the PS5 controller. But with it being on the side, if I need to troubleshoot, it becomes locked up or whatever and I need to manually reset, I've got the power button positioned on the top of the unit, and likewise the USB-C cable for the controller on the top of the unit if I need to pull it out. It's dangling down there right now. Once I fire the PS5 Slim up for the first time and make sure that's not needed, then I'll neatly tuck that behind the TV so it's out of sight. Hope this video helped. How to hide a PlayStation 5 is not that difficult, especially hiding the PS5 Slim. This is actually one of the best use cases, in my opinion, for the PS5 Slim over the original PS5 is its smaller form factor and the ability with some setups. I mean, everybody's TV setup's different, but with some TV setups like mine, being able to have a wall-mounted TV without having to add an additional, holes for your HDMI cable, power cable, etc. Just being able to neatly hide it back there, and it's, except for the controller and on the table or whatever, you're not going to know there's a PS5 there. And I'll just charge the controller in another room with a USB-C cable. So that's pretty cool. I don't know. I enjoyed this project. Tell me what you think. How did you mount your PS5? And again, if you want to do what I do, I've linked the TV mount, the TV like I use, all of that. Expand this video's description and click the link there. And if you want to put it beside your TV, or maybe you've got a large gap behind your TV, check out the mount, the wall mount for the PS5 Slim that I've linked within this video's description. Thanks for your viewership, and y'all have a good day. Hey y'all, Captain Irix Guy here. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to subscribe. It's youtube.com/Irix Guy. And ring that bell icon when you do to be notified whenever I post another video. Thanks for your viewership, and y'all have a good day.